This is how you pick the best loot from your vault every week. So instead of looking at every piece of gear and trying to figure it out for ourselves, we're going to take our character's data and we're going to take the loot from the vault and we're going to plug it into a really advanced calculator that does the math for us. If you've ever heard of something called simming, this is exactly what that is. Now this might sound kind of complicated, but I promise you it's super easy. Just follow along, I'll break it down for you. Step 1, you're going to download an add-on called SimulationCraft. This is going to take all of your character's data and convert it into a block of text that you'll need later. Once you install it, type /reload and you should see a minimap button for it. Step 2, open up your vault, but do not pick anything. We're only doing this so SimulationCraft can see what items you have in the vault. Step 3, go to raidbots.com and click on Top Gear. This is the calculator we're going to use to simulate the best vault choice for us. Step 4, tab back into the game and click on the SC minimap button. This will give you that block of text with all of your character's data. Now when you do this, it's very important to be in the spec that you want to sim for. If not, close the pop-up, respec, and then press the minimap button again to refresh the data. Next, copy the block of text, tab back to Raidbots, and paste it in the gray box under Load from SimC add-on. And after a few seconds, the site should load all of your character data. Step 5, scroll down to the gear section. You should see gear from your bags, the vault, and what you have equipped. Now the gear that you have equipped should have a yellow box around it, indicating that it's been selected to be included in the sim. Now all you need to do is select any piece from the vault that you also want to be included in the sim. You can do all of them if you want, or if you're just deciding between two pieces, you could just select those. Now, if you see the number of iterations and the text here at the bottom turns from green to red, that just means you've selected too many pieces and the calculation is going to be too big. Just deselect some things until the text turns green again. Step 6, press the Find Top Gear button and let it run. Now, this could take a couple of minutes depending on how many people are using the site at the time, but after a while, you should get a list showing all of the combinations in order of how strong they are. And that's it. You should be good to go. Now, a couple of things to note with this. Number 1, take sims with a grain of salt. Sometimes the best mathematical answer doesn't take into context the opportunity cost of a future upgrade. Say like getting a 4-set next week or having a really juiced weapon early. Number 2 is that sims are currently limited to damage, so if you're healer or tank, it's not going to give you the best option for say survivability or HPS. Now I've tried a couple of tools to try and sim for these roles, but sadly the results were either inconsistent or they just stopped supporting them altogether. But what I will say is that damage is really important for tanks and healers, especially on the top end of activities, so simming for DPS really won't put you in a terrible spot. Just keep in mind it's not going to be for, again, survivability or HPS. And number 3, if you only care about doing a specific activity like Mythic Plus, or you want to sim for a very particular fight style, you can actually change how the sim is ran to match those things. For example, if you go back to Top Gear, scroll down to Simulation Options, and select the Fight Style drop-down menu, you'll see a couple of options for like Patchwork Style, light movement, heavy movement, etc. And that about wraps this one up. Hopefully I helped you make a better decision about what piece of gear you take out of your vault, and if you got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I do my best to answer everybody. Hope this helps.